All right, what's going on? Welcome back. We've got Pegula taking on Cirstea. Winner will play... Does the winner play on Andreeva? Maybe? Let me double check. Or does the winner play Anisimova, maybe? All right, 30-15 Caboli. He's serving to stay in the match. Winner plays Anisimova versus Noskova, which will be coming up later that we're going to watch later. So, yeah. So, pretty important matches. There's so many good matches today. There's too many good matches today. Too many. There's too many. All right, 30-15. As to the backhand, into the forehand of Hoda. Backhand now from Caboli to the forehand of Hoda again as Caboli backhand in the net. 30-0. 30-0. Chance for Hoda to finish it off here. Caboli serves. Into the backhand of Hoda, and Hoda hits it out. 40-30. As the return goes to the forehand of Caboli, and Caboli dumps it in the net. All right, we get the deuce. As we just serve from Caboli again. As he serves a fault, second serve. Serving to the backhand of Hoda. Caboli forehand to the backhand of Hoda. Caboli on the stretch. Hoda up the line, winner. No, it went out. It went long. Hawkeye said it was out. Caboli, Hoda can't believe it. Just went long. Advantage. Caboli to keep the match alive. All right, Caboli serves. All right, Caboli does hold. And we go to a tiebreak. 6-0. Who's winning this tiebreak, chat? Who you got? Who is taking the tiebreak? As Hoda serves. Into the forehand of Caboli, return. Into the forehand of Hoda. Caboli backhand on the stretch. Into the forehand of Hoda. Is Caboli backhand again? To the forehand of Hoda. Caboli again with the backhand. As Hoda goes into the forehand of Caboli. Hoda backhand again. As Caboli again to the backhand of Hoda. Up the line of the forehand of Caboli. But Caboli can't get there. And it's 1-love Hoda. All right. Pegula and Cirstea about to start. 7-5 Caboli. Caboli, Hoda. All right. All right. 1-love Hoda. There's Caboli. Oh, no. Oh, no! Oh, no! The shoes! Not the shoes! Oh, no. Luckily, he bought so many pairs. So, yeah, he broke his shoe again. Okay, chat. All right. Now what? Oh, he broke his shoe. Hang on. At 1 hour and 45 minutes, he broke his shoe. Okay. Where are the conspiracy theories now? Where are the accusations now, huh? Why would he do that at the start of a tiebreak? When he has momentum. Riddle me this. Riddle me that. Why would he break his own momentum going into a tiebreak? Tell me now. I want it. I want answers, goddammit. He broke his shoe on purpose. All right, why did he break his shoe today then? Give me a reason. By the way, he broke his shoe. He just put a new shoe on, so good for him. He didn't sit there and retie his shoes this time. He heard you. All right, he heard you. Castella serving 30 love, by the way. Yeah, he's winning. Why would he do that? 2-1. Oh, it's working. 2-1. He got the mini break. Not again. I'll tell you this, on a serious though, I mean, these shoes obviously have a flaw for certain players who slide around. So if you slide on a hard court, I don't think these shoes would be working for you, which is bad for the brand, right? The brand is going to have to figure that out. All right, 2-1. There's a backhand now from Caboli. The backhand of Hodar. Caboli backhand into the backhand of Hodar. Again to the forehand of Caboli. Hodar forehand goes again. The forehand of Caboli. Hodar with the backhand on the stretch goes to the net. It's 2-0. As Castella holds 1 love. All right, 2-1. So 2-0. Caboli. Hodar, sorry. Caboli breaks back. Mini break back. All right. Pegula serving. By the way, chat, once this Caboli-Hodar match ends, we will go to Castella, not Castella, we're watching that now. We'll go to, what do you call it? Kostyuk versus Andreeva. 1 love Castella. And 3-2, Caboli gets the mini break now. All right, 3-2. Caboli. As Caboli serves. Hodar hits it out. 4-2. They change hands. 4-2. Caboli. All right. Serve again for Caboli. The way Hodar is a newbie and is running through these plays is crazy. I know, right? It's so impressive. But it's 4-2 Caboli. Caboli serves. An ace. 5-2 Caboli, I tell you. This is a great tiebreak for Caboli. 40-15, by the way, Pegula. So she tries to get the lead. Or she tries to get on the board, sorry. All right. 5-2 Caboli. As Hodar serves. A fault. Second serve. There's only 1 mini break for Caboli, but 5-2 is a long way from the tiebreak. As a return goes to back in Caboli. Back in it from Hodar. Into the forehand of Caboli. Caboli in the nets. 5-3 Caboli. If you're just joining us, Hoda kind of been in control most of the match. I mean, he was winning. He was up. He almost got out of here in straights. He's had to battle this second set, but he's been on top of Caboli most of the match as he serves a fault second serve. But now Caboli is about to level. Second serve in the front of Caboli. Back in from Hoda. Is out. Match set points for Caboli to take us to a third. And he's got 2 on his serve as well. 6-3 Caboli. The way Hoda is, newbie. Yeah. Well, he hasn't beaten Caboli yet. All right, Caboli 3 set points to keep this match alive. Caboli serves. A fault. Second serve. Cirstea double faults. Love 30 Pegula. All right, serve. Into the back of Hoda. Return. Goes out. We're going 3. Caboli takes the second. 7-6. We're going the distance. It looked like for a little bit there that Caboli was going to go out in straight, which would have been wild. But he fights back. And this is the match that we were promised when they locked horns in the draw. Love 30 by the way. Pegula, a chance to get the break. As she hits a backhand slice. Cirstea forehand in the front of Pegula. Cirstea forehand in the front of Pegula up the line. The back of Cirstea. Cirstea hits it wide. Has love 40 by the way. Cirstea's got like tape on her stomach. Like abdominal issue. Or like possible abdominal strain. So we'll keep an eye on that. Love 40. Especially ahead of a US Open. I wonder if I wonder if she's going to finish this match. You know, that's we were talking about how any sort of player with any sort of injury is going to have to make that decision, you know. And Cirstea seems like she is not 100%. As Pegula hits a beautiful forehand. I'll tell you, when Pegula's hitting clean, it is so good to watch. All right, Pegula breaks. She's got 2-1 in the first. Rebecca and Schneider are playing today. Yeah, everyone's playing today. It's a mad day. Menchik Taranti's about to start. Kostyuk and Andreeva, Zverev and Paul, all coming up later. Noskova and Nisimova, which probably is match of the day. This is the men's match of the day. Is probably this one we're watching. And it's not disappointing. All right. Pegula with the break 2-1. And Hoda is back on court. Shoe shenanigans didn't work. If anybody, like, come on. I mean, look, I get it. Like, you know, oh, well, last time when he was with Chapo, he did like 5 minutes of sitting down. Okay. So he changed it up today. But I do find it funny that, like, you know, people think that he broke his own shoelace. Oh, he did it on purpose. Like, that's... Look, I can concede that Hoda could have put on another shoe instead of having to, like, relace the one that he was wearing. But I also can understand why he does that, because wearing a new shoe is a pain. But I will fight people who think that he broke his shoe on purpose. Because how did he do it? He's super strength? Like, what do you mean? How did he break his shoe on purpose? Like, that's too far. As that goes out by Caboli, love 15. All right, 15 love Pegula. She's off to a great start. They break a suspicious amount of times, though. Yeah. But I told you why they break. Why? Don't you listen? 15-0. Like, don't people listen to these streams? Obviously not. The shoelace breaks One, manufacturer problem, design issue, but two, because he slides around on hard courts. He slides around on concrete. And if you ever look at if you ever slide on concrete, it doesn't do well for material shoes. Like it's a technique thing, and it's a shoe problem. It's not. So like, how do we fix this? Hoda shouldn't slide. Okay, that's not going to happen. Let him play his game, or the shoes have to be better. So the shoes have to be better. Suspicious amount of times, yeah, because he plays that game, and he still wears these shoes. They only have one. He only has one design. He doesn't have another. He can't change shoes with another company. That's the sponsor. 40-15. The shoe laces never touch the surface. Oh, what do you mean they don't? What are you talking about? Of course they touch the surface when he slides. Chad, are we really going to go through this every day? I'm going to have to get a shoe and I'll have to show you how it works. When you slide on a tennis court, even if it's on clay, your back foot drags on the ground, on the side where the shoelaces would catch. The front foot slides, but that doesn't touch the... Of course, the front foot isn't the problem. It's the back foot that he drags. He drags the back foot. That's where the shoelace breaks. It's not the front foot. The front foot is not the problem. But even then, the front foot could be the problem, because if he ties his shoe real tight, they could just snap from the pressure of him putting, changing directions, right? Putting so much, pressure on his feet. That's also plausible. 30-40. We have to study which shoe. Is it the same shoe every time? But most likely it's because he drags that foot on when he slides. It's dragging that foot when he's sliding out to the side. Breakpoint Castell, by the way. Lord help us. What'd you do all day? Well, I talked about shoes. Anyways, in the net by Castell. If you tie your shoes, your shoelaces don't touch the surface. David, I just explained how they do touch the surface. All right. We're back on serve 2-0. I've been running for decades. My shoelaces have never touched the ground. David, that's not tennis. You don't play like... If you said I've been playing tennis for decades, okay, you don't slide then, because you don't slide on hard courts. Fine. People, chat. When you're sliding around, and if you've never played on a clay court, you won't know this. If you've only played tennis on your hard courts, you will not know this, because you wouldn't be sliding on hard courts, because it's so risky anyway for even the pros. But if you played on clay, you will understand how shoes get scuffed by sliding. If you've never slid on a clay court, then you won't understand why Hoda would break a shoelace on a hard court. It's the sliding on the hard courts that breaks the shoe, right? And if you've been running for years and never broken a shoe, that's different. It's a different exercise. 1-1. I've never seen amateurs slide on hardcourt. Yeah, because that's risky as hell. Like, sliding on hardcourt is not advised. I can understand the scraping at the bottom of the shoe, but the shoelace doesn't touch the concrete. Not when you slide. It does, though. It does. It does. It does. Chat. David, come on. It does. It does, though. It does. When he drags his foot. He drags his foot on the ground, and it's at an angle, and it slides. It does. Don't make me get a shoe. 15 love, Kaboli. Don't make me get a shoe. I don't want to have to do a demonstration. 15 love. Any tennis player would know. And if you don't play tennis, fine. I wouldn't expect you to understand. But if you don't play tennis, then you wouldn't understand. Break points for Pegula. As with a slice from Pegula goes long, 30-40. I think they're messing with you. No, they're not. But I want to make sure everybody understands why. That's my job, to help people understand what's going on. You played a lot of tennis. Okay. Have you played on clay, though? Again, if you don't know about slide, if you don't know how to slide on a court, then you wouldn't get the idea. You wouldn't get it. Sliding on a tennis court ruins your shoes. I would know. I've got so many shoes that are ruined. Anyways, Pegula breaks again, 3-2. Explain on the whiteboard. No. All right. I play tennis and I agree. Thank you. All right, 30 love. Oh, man. Your hair is back to normal. No, you're missing the point completely. Barefoot tennis it is. Okay. Backhand in the net by Hoda. 40 love Kaboli. 40 love. Well, Kostruk. Andreeva's already up 2 love against Kostruk. Sorry, we're missing that one. We'll try and get to it if we can. Unfortunately, the schedule hasn't allowed it. If Hodar won the second set, we would have been able to watch it. We'll still get to it. It might just be a little late. All right. Do I have an example of a shoe that I've worn on a clay court recently? Actually, I might have an example of me, like a shoe that I've actually slid with. And I can show you the wear and tear on my shoelaces. That would actually work. Let me check. After this. 15. As that goes out by Hoda and Kaboli 2-1. All right, let me check. I'm actually getting a shoe. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right, I can't find my tennis shoes. I have to use this one. But this one even has it as well. So when you're sliding, right, the back foot drags like this, right, at this angle. When you slide, right, your front foot goes like this. Your back foot's like this. Maybe a little exaggerated, but still. The laces are going to be scraping on the ground with the shoe like that, right? And that's where they're breaking. Here. From him dragging his foot. And there's shit everywhere now. There's stuff everywhere on my desk. God damn it. That's why they break. He's dragging his foot on the concrete. If it was on clay, there's a little bit more, less friction. But on the hard courts, that concrete, that's why it's ripping. I have to double check if it's the same shoe every time, then that's the reason. Otherwise, they're just weak laces and they're breaking because he's putting so much force into his feet when he's changing direction and doing all these dynamic movements that it's breaking because of that. But I'm going to go with the sliding first, and then if it's a different shoe every time, then maybe, or different foot every time, then it might be because the shoelaces are too weak and they're snapping under his pressure, under the pressure of his like changing of directions, weight, like transferring weight, all that kind of stuff. But the sliding first. As Hoda hits it out, left 15. Does that make more sense, chat? Do we understand? He's not doing it on purpose. Is he sliding on purpose? Yes. Is he breaking his shoe on purpose? No. It's an accident. He's accidentally breaking his shoe. Also, they said that the announcer said humidity and the shoes get wet. Or it could be, yeah. It could be something there. It could be that too. That there's the humidity is causing the laces to be compromised. That's interesting. Nah, it's all right, David. It's all good. It's all good. I'm sure other people in the chat were probably thinking the same stuff. Like, how does that happen? But look, that's what we're here for. We're here to discuss and try and work these things out. But it's not tactical. I think that's where I'm trying to get at, right? As Pegula hits a winner 4-2. It's not a tactic. Like, people thinking that he's doing it on purpose and that it's a tactic, they're the ones that that's crazy. Because that's so, like, unless he's at the change of ends, or unless before he comes out on court, he's putting like a little cut in the shoelace. Like, he's getting a little like that. Like, that's where, but that's crazy. That's crazy. Because then what? He's gonna break his shoelace when he's up 6-love. Like, he can't control that. You know what I mean? Like, let's not. That's where these people are gonna get to next, right? They're gonna be like, oh, but he does it. He cuts it before the match. Why? What benefit besides, like? I mean, you could take a medical timeout. It's way easier than orchestrating a shoe break. Like, you could literally just be like, I need the doctor, 5-minute break. Like, you could do that. There's way easier ways to tactically time out and change someone's momentum than creating this, shoe conspiracy theory. There's way easier ways. Literally, like the medical timeout, you can have tactically. We've seen that before. You don't need to break your shoes to have a timeout. All right. As the forehand goes up by Pegula and it goes long, and it's 15-all. Anyways, it's 2-0 in the third. I agree that it's not a tactic. All right, David, that's good then. Good. We're on the same page. We just disagree with how it breaks. That's fine. That's fine. I was more trying to explain to the people that think it's on purpose. But you don't think like that, so that's good. It's all good. It's all good. 30-15. Because they're trying to keep this close. As Castell says, default second serve. It is kind of funny though that we're like the debate around his shoes. It is pretty funny. It is funny. I love that he brought that bag of shoes out. That was hilarious. That was so funny. All right, 30-0. As Pegula returns in the front of Castell. Castell in the net. 30-40. Pegula to get the double break. Serve of the set. Also in other news, Andreeva's up a break already. 2-1 with against Kostyuk. We will get to that after one of these matches ends. Hopefully before that match ends itself, because that match is 3-1 on Andreeva now. And also Menchik and Taranti are 2-0 in the first. 30-40. Return goes back into Castell. Castell in the net. And there is the double break for Pegula. 5-2. Shenanigans. What was it? The Shoe Wars? The Shoe Shank Redemption? What was it? Shoe Wars? So this is episode 5, right? Because that's how they do it. Shoelaces Strike Back. Is that the right one? The first one. So okay, let me do the shoe trilogy. What is it? The franchise, all right? So we're going with Shoe Wars because there's just so many to choose from. And we started with Shoe Wars the other day against Chapo, and that was Shoe Wars, a new shoe, right? And then today is the Shoelaces Strikes Back, right? The Shoelace Strikes Back. And then if he does it again, it's going to be Return to the Shoelace. Or Return to the Break. I mean, we can I don't know, it's up for discussion. 40-30. We're going to go through the whole series. There's 9 of them, I think. Is there 9 movies? All right, 5-2 Pegula is going to serve the set. And Menchik's up 3-2. And Caboli, he's trying to get the lead in the third. Keep the lead in the third. The return of the lace. Okay, there we go. Backhand into the forehand of Caboli. Forehand from Hoda. And then Caboli hits a forehand winner. I tell you, Caboli, he's taken flight in this final set, 3-2. Hoda looks a little flat. He looks a little flat after having the opportunity to break or to take the second set. He didn't have a match point or anything, but he did have Caboli under pressure. Just didn't take it. All right, ace from Pegula, 15 love. She serves in the back of Cirstea. Cirstea in that, 30 love. I don't know. I don't think Cirstea's going to finish this match. She is not. I mean, she's got the tape on her abdomen, and I don't know. She's not moving super well. Pegula's playing well though. I don't know if it's worth it for Cirstea to keep going if she's injured and not going to win. US Open's more important. 40 love Pegula with set points. 25 minutes. Serve. Into the final. Cirstea in there. Pegula takes the first 6-2. All right, 6-2 first set for Pegula. All right. I got great seats for this one. Hey, Edward, enjoy that. You got Zvera Paul coming up next if you're on center court. Wait, are you on center court or are you on grandstand? Either way, there's so many good matches today. The best day to go is today. Such a great day of tennis you've got going. 9 winners, 5 errors from Pegula. 4 winners, 8 errors by Cirstea. 2 aces for Pegula as well. 4 breaks in that set. 3 went to Pegula. All right. 3-2 final set. Caboli. As Hoda makes an error. Love 15. All right, first at the bag for Pegula. All right, love 15 as we serve from Hoda. Into the backhand of Caboli. Forehand from Hoda again. The forehand of Caboli. There's Hoda slice. Into the forehand of Caboli. Up the line of the backhand of Hoda. Caboli forehand again. Hoda gets it back. Up the line into the backhand of Caboli. Crossed into the backhand of Hoda. Caboli forehand is too good. Love 30. Uh-oh. Big trouble now for Hoda. Caboli's got the momentum for sure. Pegula takes the first 6-2. Also, Andreeva's up 3-2 with a break against Kostyuk. We'll get to that after the conclusion of one of these matches. And then we will watch Anisimova Noskova. And then other matches. I'm still up for suggestions. We still have other matches available. Pardon me. Love 40 Caboli. Love 40 Caboli to take the break in the final set. Hoda serves into the back of Caboli. Hoda backhand. Into the front of Caboli. Hoda with a drop shot. Caboli gets it with the backhand up the line. That's a winner. There's the break. 4-2 Caboli, final set. Nice turnaround. 4-2. Am I feeling better today? My voice is better, but I'm still feeling under the weather. But my voice has gotten better, luckily. That's all I care about. I don't care about if I've got a headache or if I've got a, whatever. As long as my voice works, I can do streams. Everything else can be broken. It's fine. Kaboli with a break. 4-2. Yeah, Kaboli went from Kaboli to Kabuli. He's back. Kabuli is back. As that goes in by Hodar, 15 love. As Cirstea with a slice. Backhand now Pegula. Into the backhand of Cirstea. Pegula backhand again. Into the slice of Cirstea. In comes Pegula with a drive volley. Up goes the lob again from Cirstea, but Pegula puts away the smash. 30-all. 30-all. Is the weather going to hold off? I hope so. I hope so. It's going to rain. I think it's going to rain at some stage. So prepare. Prepare for that. But all right. 30-all. First game of the second. All right, 40-30, Cirstea. I got 4 matches on my screen. Yeah, it's one of those days. As the backhand now from Hodar into the backhand of Kaboli. Hodar backhand again, the backhand Kaboli. Hodar again with the backhand. Kaboli keeps it going on the backhand to backhand. As Hodar again. To the backhand of Kaboli. Hodar goes to the forehand of Kaboli. Kaboli hits an error. 15-30. 15-30. $15.30. All right. Advantage Pegula. She's got break point. All right, we get the deuce. Nice hitting from Cirstea. Pegula hits the error. She's not happy. 30-all, by the way. Kaboli in trouble. Paul versus Zverev comes on after this match, the men's match. Also 4-2 Andreeva first set. All right, return. Winner by Pegula, advantage. Advantage Pegula. As that goes out by Kaboli. 30-40. Hodar to get back on serve. 30-40. As Pegula hits a slice into the forehand of Cirstea. Pegula again to the forehand of Cirstea. Cirstea hits it out. There's the break. Pegula setting a break. She is in control. All right, Kaboli. Serve. An ace. All right. And he gets the deuce. All right. Now we do have Anisimova and Noskova coming on after Andreeva Kostyuk. What else is going on? Actually, no, sorry, it's not coming on after. It's coming on. Hang on, when's it? What time is that? All right, Kaboli gets to advantage. Oh, so it's coming on in 30 minutes. Or after, whatever. All right, so that's my bad. I thought it was coming on later. All right. Advantage Kaboli for a 5-2 lead in the final set. All right, advantage. Caboli, forehand goes up the line, but the volley winner from Hodar is too good. Deuce. Hodar shoes okay? No. They've already broken once. Love 30. He can stay to get back on serve. Serve out wide. It's too strong. Hodar in the net. Advantage Caboli. So Caboli, if he does finish this comeback, he will play. I think he plays Zverev, right? Is that right? Yeah. He'll play the winner as Zverev Paul. So we could be getting a French Open rematch. All right, advantage Caboli. Serving the front of Hodar. He shanks the return short. And then Caboli puts it away. And Caboli is 5-2 up in the third. This is very impressive by Caboli. What a comeback. What a comeback. 5-2. Yeah. So can Demon beat Feast? I've answered that like 5 times. Yes. All right. 30-year-old Pegula. Is Hodar properly brilliant, or will everyone figure him out in a few months? Look, I think all players that come out on the scene that are unknown have that surprise, right? Have that sort of unpredictability factor, right? But then eventually, once you get to know some like that player more, and once the other players play them more, he will show signs that you could. He'll show chinks in the armor, right? He'll show something that you can do to him that he doesn't like, or you could match up against him in a certain way. So at the moment, because he's super new, right, and he's also playing with that nothing to lose mentality, right? He's gonna have something to lose when he gets in the top 10 because he's gonna be the target. So he kind of loses that little bit of he loses that mystery about him, right? The mystery around his game because he's showing us what he can do, but he's also showing us what he doesn't like to do. So yeah, people will inevitably figure him out, and that's when he's going to have to figure out how to mask those weaknesses or overcome them, right? So yeah, it's going to happen, but whether or not it can, it's tricky to predict whether or not. Because he doesn't look like he has that many weaknesses. But we don't know yet because, I mean, look at Medvedev. And look, Kyrgios is probably the hot name of the day. But Kyrgios figured out how to beat Medvedev with the serve and volleys and the drop shots. And all of a sudden we're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But before that, it was like, how do you beat this guy? He's so unbreakable. How do you, unless you rally 50 shots, how do you beat Medi? And then Kyrgios was like, this is how you beat Medvedev. And then other players adopted that, and now it's like, oh yeah, if you do this, you can beat Medvedev. It might happen with Hodar. Someone might do something that Hodar struggles against, and we're like, oh, okay, there's a game plan that could beat him. But we don't know that yet because we don't know him yet. So it will figure itself out. But then also Hodar, he'll adapt as well, right? But once he gets to sort of that top 10 level, that'll be, he'll have a different, he'll have something to lose, right? The expectation gets higher, right? Same with Eala. We talk about her on the women's side, and things change. So, we haven't seen him have to deal with the pressure of being a favorite yet. Is he going to struggle as being the favorite? Is he going to struggle as being the man to beat, right? Because you'd say that over the last 6 months, he's not the man to beat. But over the next 6 months, he will be. He'll be one of the men to beat, right? Just like Zverev, just like Alcaraz, Sinner, Djokovic, right? He'll be someone that people want to beat. And how does he deal with that will be the question. But he will be figured out. People will figure him out. People have figured out everybody over the history of time. But whether or not... Also, it's one thing to figure someone out, but can you execute that game plan against them? It's one thing to say, oh, yeah, I know how to beat Medvedev. It's another to do it, All right, 30-0. Is it a 4 now from Hodar? And he hits it on the line. 40-30. But yeah, but I think right now with Hoda, it's just about like enjoying it, right? It's about enjoying the rise. Because it's so rare that we see someone go from 500 12 months ago to top 10. So it's just more like, I'm just enjoying the ride. I don't care what happens next for him. I don't care what happens in 6 months. I'm just like, let's watch now. Like, this is so much fun. This is so, like, this kind of thing doesn't happen. Like, this is so fun to watch. And the rise is so fun. Because it's going to get, we're going to get used to Hoda, and then, the fun, and we're just going to be like, oh, yeah, Hoda. We're going to get used to it. But right now, it's like, ooh, who's this guy? Exciting, All right. Caboli, though, is serving for the match, despite all those things I just said. Caboli's figured it out. I'll tell you, this is a hell of a win for Caboli. He needed some good results. He had a good result at. Did he beat Demon at Wimbledon? And then he lost to Ferry, so he kind of had a good result and then lost. But he needs these kind of wins, Caboli needs to go on a bit of a run. We haven't seen him. He's the one who's kind of struggled since the French Open. Making the final, getting to top 10. He's someone who was sort of not being able to handle that new pressure, right? That's a great forehand though. 30 love. Great fight back from Caboli. He looked out of it in the second. It looked like he was going down in straights. It was all over. Good for him. 30 love. I like Caboli. Caboli's fun. Caboli's a good. He's what we need. We need a Caboli. Bit of a flair, Italian flair. We got Italians in the top 10, but Caboli's got that Fanini quality, right? He's got a bit more of a. He's a bit more emotional, right? He comes out with a bit more hard on the sleeve kind of deal, right? Whereas Musetti and Sinner are a little bit more reserved. Caboli doesn't hide what he feels. He's definitely a little more. I don't want to say transparent. That doesn't sound like the right word, but he definitely has a lot more. He definitely doesn't hide his what he's feeling. 30-0. Hoda, a chance to break back here. And an ace down the tee. And it's 40-30. I tell you, this could be the Davis Cup final. Or a semi-final. Because remember, Hoda playing for Spain and Caboli playing for Italy. We could be seeing these guys playing at the end of the year. In a big Davis Cup clash. Anyways, match point Caboli. He serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Hoda. Return goes back to Caboli. Up the line in the net by Caboli, and we get the deuce. All right, deuce. I'll tell you what we need. We need these guys to play a 5-set match. That's what we need. We need Caboli, Hoda, 5 sets. Great answer about Hoda. Yeah. I mean, yeah, super exciting, Hoda, it's so fun to have a guy that, there's just a buzz around this guy. As Hoda with a pass. Oh, he pushed it wide. All right. Advantage Caboli. Match point number 2. But I think the most exciting part about, on the ATP is that there are players that we just, we have a lot of new players that we're getting to know. But also new players that are now getting elevated, right? They're getting elevated. Hoda is being elevated to this superstar status. Andreeva serving for the first, by the way. We'll get to that after this. Advantage Caboli. He serves into the corner. Hoda. Return goes to the corner. Caboli. Hoda slice lob. Caboli smash. Puts it away. Good fight back. And I tell you, Caboli starts yapping. He starts yapping at the coaches. He's like, hey, that's how we win. That's how we win. And they shake and hug a little bit. I'll tell you, Caboli's screaming now. Oh, yeah. That's right. You tell him. You tell him, Caboli. You tell him. That's it. Let loose there. Good fight back. I love that. What an emotion by Caboli. Good for him. Love that for him. He did not hold back. He was like yapping at the coaches, and he's like, yeah, this is my house. And now he might play Zverev in the next round, which would be really fun. All right. Caboli gets the comeback win, and he is now going to take on either Zverev or Paul, who are coming up later. All right. Let's merge these streams, and we'll get this Andreeva versus Kostyuk match underway as well, because they're into a first set, but they're almost, first set's almost done. But nice win. Nice win for Caboli. Good fight back. Hodar was taking him to school in the second set, but he fights back, and that is, I'm so glad we get to watch that match. That's such a great match. Caboli's into the quarters. All right. Now, Pegula is down break points. All right. Break points down for Pegula. Let me get this Andreeva match working. All right, Pegula, 15-40. All right, Andreeva's up 30-15. And then we've got some other stuff going on as well. It's going to be a bit of a hodgepodge day because of the schedule, but we're going to get through it. Hopefully we'll watch a bit of everybody if we can. That is my plan. We'll try and watch, and we're not going to watch, we're going to have some messy half streams. That's just inevitable, but we will, you know what? I'll just do my best. That's all I can do, right? We'll do our best. All right, 40-15. It's already a set point for Andreeva. Perfect timing. We can watch the second and third sets, potentially. All right, Pegula survives. She gets the deuce. As a backhand from Kostyuk into the backhand of Andreeva. Kostyuk forehand. Andreeva volleys. Kostyuk slice. Andreeva volleys it for a winner. There's the first set. 6-4. Perfect. Perfect timing. All right. All right, welcome back. Andreeva just won the first set 6-4. And Pegula is up 2-1 in the second. It was a good set from Andreeva. Hey, thank you for the super gifts. All right, as Pegula gets the 3-1 in the second. But yeah, good set of tennis from Andreeva. Very solid set. And 3-1 Pegula. We also have Zverev taking on Paul as well. And then after this Andreeva Kostyuk match, we've got Nisimova versus Noskova, which is probably the match of the day on paper for the ladies. I would suggest. But yeah, first set in the bag for Mirra Andreeva. And it could have been easier. I mean, she had chances to go up like, she had opportunity to go like double break. All right, 3-1 Pegula. We're setting a break. Cirstea 30 love. Now, after this Pegula match, it's Feast versus Demon, which we're not going to watch. But we also have Zverev versus Paul, which we might put on as well, I'm thinking. Because I know a few of you are asking for that one. So we could do that. maybe. Zverev and Paul. Double header with Kostyuk. With Noskova and Nisimova. We'll just wait and see. We'll see how these matches go. We'll see, especially how this Pegula match goes. Because we can't watch that until that finishes. All right. First point goes to Andreeva. Love 15. I tell you, Kostyuk, she's had a phenomenal couple of months, but she's also, I feel like the last couple of weeks, she's not been on the hard court. She has, I mean, she struggled. She won the first set against Swiatek and lost pretty badly in the second and third. Did she play Washington? I can't remember. I don't think she did. All right, return from Andreeva in the net. 15-0. 1 second check. All right. That holds 3-2 Pegula in the second. Fritz FAA, that's not today. It's Tiafo FAA. Menchuk won the first 7-5. There you go. All right, 30-15 Kostyuk. I knew this would be close. Andreeva seems to have Kostyuk's number, though. Yeah, she does at the moment. 30-0. Kostyuk in the net. 30-0. I tell you, Kostyuk and Andreeva are flying through their match. Going very quickly. All right, Pegula, 3-2. As Kostyuk gets a 4 up the line, Andreeva gets it back, but it's in the nets. 40-30. All right, 15 love. Pegula serves again. As Cirstea returns it back into Pegula. Pegula hits it wide. 15-0. As that goes to the net by Kostyuk. Can we get to deuce? Mirra plays very strange type of clay court tennis on hard courts, but that doesn't stop her from achieving success. Yeah, she still hits a hard ball, though. But you're right. As Pegula hits the tape, and it's a drop shot winner, 30-15. All right, as Kostyuk hits a winner, it's advantage Kostyuk. Nice hitting from Kostyuk. Beautiful forehand. I'd say Pegula in this second set's making a lot more errors. 30-0. Advantage Kostyuk. As the return goes in the back into Kostyuk. Backhand from Andreeva. Into the back into Kostyuk. Up the line, the front of Andreeva. Kostyuk comes in. Puts it away. Kostyuk 1 love in the second. All right, 40-30 for Pegula. All right, Pegula holds. 4-2. Your voice is improving by the hour. Yeah, I think the meds have kicked in. Your voice is a lot better. Definitely doesn't hurt. That's like it's not. I don't like my. I woke up and it felt like my throat was swollen. So I'm glad it's not like that now. It's okay today. my head that hurts. But I can deal with that. It's easy. It's just when my throat's sore, it's hard to do my job. All right. Love 15, Pegula. Trying to get it done. She wants to watch Zverev and Paul. So we got Zverev Paul coming up. We've got Noskova and Islamova. Coco's playing later. I'll tell you, we might get lucky if Coco. We might actually be able to watch Gauff. If Zverev and Paul takes forever, we might be able to watch Gauff in between now and tonight. So that'd be good. All right, 15-0 Andreeva. I have chicken soup ready to go. I'm going to eat that before between streams. All right, double fault Cirstea, 15-30. $15.30. Chance for a double, to get a break point for a double break here. Pegula in the second. Well, don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. I know you might be coming in for the first time. It's Kostyuk, 15-30. All right, nice hitting. 15-30. And Cirstea survives, 30-0. As we get a forehand now from Kostyuk on the stretch. Andreeva gets it back. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Andreeva backhand. Into the net. Break points Kostyuk. 15-40. To take the break in the second. All right, 15-40. Cirstea holds, by the way. Still only one break for Pegula. So, a forehand of the line at the back of Kostyuk on the stretch. To the forehand of Andreeva. Kostyuk passing shot winner. There's the break. 2-love in the second. Kostyuk. 2-love. All right. The game has begun. Sore throat is the worst feeling. Glad you're feeling better. A little better. Let's not jinx it. I still hope today is I mean, today's so busy, and then with the Kyrgios stuff on top, it's just been. I thought yesterday was actually a chill day. We didn't have many crazy matches, but if we can get through today and I wake up tomorrow and we're fine, I'm good. Because the rest of the week's pretty easy. Today's just a hard day because it's like a combination of like there's so much to do, but also like the stress of picking what to do is so high as well. Because I want to watch ideally the best matches we can, right? And there's so many good matches. It's like, but we can't watch them all. So it's like, yeah. And I know that some people are going to be disappointed today, which I hate letting them down. Some are going to be like, oh, why didn't we watch this person? You know, and I get that, but I'm trying. We try and watch. We're trying to pick. It's hard because you just don't know. You don't know what matches are going to be good, right? You don't know which matches are going to be bad. So that's why today is stressful. To try and pick the right matches. It's definitely it's a gamble. But so far we've picked one great match, so that's fine. Hodar versus Kaboli didn't disappoint, so far we're one there. So all right, and this one's turning out to be a bit of a banger. 30-love as Kostyuk comes in, puts it away. 40-love. $40-love. $40-love. Because, yeah, tomorrow the quarterfinals are all individual, so there'll be no choosing. We can just watch them all. Yeah. All right, 30 left for Pegula here. She tries to consolidate, tries to keep the break. As Andreeva hits it out, and it's 3-love Kostyuk in the second. All right, 3-love. As Cirstea hits a nice return off the baseline, 30-15. Do the best you can, don't stress. I'm trying. It's not easy. That's why I get so, like, it's part of the reason why when somebody comes in and is like, why are we not watching this? Why are we not watching that? It stresses me out because I'm trying to watch. I know there's good matches that we're not going to see today. And I'm trying to watch I'm trying to make I'm trying to make the decisions to watch the best matches I think are possible, but we're going to miss one or two. I mean, I know that. It's inevitable, but that's why it stresses me out when it's like, oh, I can't believe you're missing this match. It's like, I know. 30 hole. I know. As Pegula fought up the line of the back and Cirstea. Pegula with the backhand cross court. Cirstea gets back. As Pegula backhand again. Cirstea slice. In comes Pegula with the volley, but no good. All right. Cirstea to break back here. Get back on serve. $30-40. 30-40. Hey, thank you, Dare, for the 5. Thrift Shop Fund. Appreciate it. All right, as Pegula gets broken. Oh, no. 4-all. Cirstea breaks back. All right, as I'll tell you, Kostyuk is starting to run. Love 15. Love 15. As we're find now from Kostyuk in the form of Andreeva. Kostyuk hits an error. 15-all. 15-all. As we got a fault from Andreeva, second serve. Cirstea 15-love as she tries to take the lead in the second. But she double faults. No, sorry. Andreeva double faults. 15-30. Kostyuk is hungry for a bagel. Mirra plays a strange type of, 15-30. She says a fault on Andreeva, second serve. Cirstea hits a beautiful volley, 30-15. All right, 30-all, nice serve on Andreeva. As the return goes back on Andreeva, back into Kostyuk, sliced. Into the front of Andreeva. Andreeva in the net, 30-40. Kostyuk for the double break in the second. There's a forehand now from Pegula into the back end of Cirstea. Slice Pegula. The Cirstea puts it away, 40-15. All right, first there's a fault from Andreeva, second serve. Into the backhand of Kostyuk, forehand from Andreeva. Kostyuk backhand into that. Andreeva backhand goes long. 4-love Kostyuk in the second. (4-0). All right, and Cirstea does hold. She's up 5-4. All right, 4-love. I tell you, Andreeva's got to be bubbling under the surface, surely. She hasn't shown any frustrations yet. But we know that she's probably feeling it. A little bit. 15-love. She's got to be feeling it. It's very and Paul about to start. Track that as well. 15-0. Like I said, depending on these results here, we'll jump over there maybe. It depends. If that match is a set and a break, we might not, but we'll see. Depends on these scores. All right, 30-15. Andreeva's starting to look a little annoyed. She wants a replay. All right. And then an ace from Kostyuk, 40-15. 40-15 to take a 5-love lead in the second. Pegula served to stay the set, which is weird because she was dominating. She was dominating. That's weird. All right. Nice serving, Kostyuk. 5-love in the second. All right. 5-0. As Pegula hits in the net, love 15. Love 15. Pegula serves again. As Pegula comes in with a drive volley but misses. And it's love 30. Love 30. Cirstea about to steal this set. 7 to the 4 on Cirstea. Great return. Pegula goes up the line. Up the middle, I should say. Back in the backhand now is Cirstea again. The backhand of Pegula. Now the 4 on Cirstea. But Pegula hits the baseline. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again. There's the fault. Second serve. As a return goes into the forehand of Pegula. Forehand from Cirstea to the backhand of Pegula. There's Cirstea. Drop shot. Pegula gets it, but hits it long. Set points. And Pegula's just dropped her racket and screamed at herself. 15-40. Set points for Cirstea. This has come out of nowhere. Pegula was going to win this 6-2. What happened? What the hell? Set points. Pegula serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault to end. What? We're going 3. Terrible end for Pegula. What the hell happened? Did she panic because it looks like it's going to rain? Like what? I don't know what just happened. All of a sudden, we're going 3. Pegula's completely dropped. And Kostyuk is on fire. 15-0. Great drop shot. So Pegula, 10 winners, 17 errors. 6 winners, 9 errors from Cirstea. But yeah, Pegula's game. Once she got 5-2, she just completely fell off. Crazy. 15-0. As Cirstea 4-1 again. The backhand of Andreeva. Andreeva hits it out. Sorry, not Cirstea. Kostyuk. And it's 15-30. 2 points away from a bagel. 15-30. Yeah, Pegula is usually calm. She panicked. That was a panic. It was almost too easy. Pegula's gone to the bathroom. All right, 15-30. As the backhand return goes in the net by Kostyuk, 30 all. 30 all. And going to serve into the forehand of Kostyuk. Back in now from Andreeva. As Kostyuk back into the backhand of Andreeva to the forehand of Kostyuk. Andreeva hits it long. 30-40. 30-40. To take the second set, Kostyuk, in like 10 minutes. Maybe 20. First serve's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes back into Andreeva. Andreeva hits it wide. We're going 3. Bagel in the second for Kostyuk. We're going 3. We're going 3. What a weird set. What a weird... both matches. They're super weird. Super weird matches by both. All right, Pegula's back on the court. And Kostyuk is back in the match. One set to decide who plays who. All right. It's starting to look pretty grim overhead as well. Weather-wise. I do not have the capacity to do a rain delay stream if needed, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we won't have to. All right. Final set coming up for both matches. As I say, serving first in the third. Love 15. Also, Zverev's about to start. No, Zverev has started. 1-love to Zverev, to Paul. And Menchik is also into a second set against Taranti. He won the first set 7-5. All right, Casey 15-0. 15-0. All right. Serving to the back of Pegula. Return goes long. 30-15. All right. 30-15. As the backhand return goes back in Casey. Stay in the net. 30-0. And Kostyuk serving first in the third. Chad, who's winning these final sets? Give me the two names. Who's winning these matches? Give me the two names. Who you got? Who's winning these two matches? I'll tell you who the winner plays. So the winner of this Andreeva Kostyuk plays the winner of Gauff Buzkova. And the winner of Pegula Cirstea takes on Noskova versus Anisimova. So, again, crazy matches all round. Luckily, we won't have to choose between those ones. We can watch them all. JPEG and Mirra. Kostyuk Pegula. Kostyuk Pegula. Kostyuk Pegula. Jesse and Marta. Pegula Kostyuk. Cirstea Kostyuk. All right. All right. All right, 40-30. Cirstea, first game of the third. Serving the forehand, Pegula. Return goes into the forehand, Cirstea. Pegula forehand again. Into the forehand, Cirstea hits it wide, and it's deuce. We get to deuce. 30-15, Kostyuk, first game of the third as well. All right, as we get a winner by Kostyuk, 40-15, first game. All right, advantage Kostyuk and also, advantage Cirstea. Kostyuk takes the first game. All right. All right. All right. All right, advantage Cirstea to take the first game of the third. North Korean Samoa will be fascinating. Yeah, I'll be coming up straight after this Kostyuk match. All right, love 15 is Kostyuk with the forehand. Into the forehand of Andreeva. Kostyuk comes in and hits it out. 15-0. Raducanu is playing after Menchik. So the answer is yes, she is playing. All right, Cirstea holds 1-love in the final set. 1-love in the third. All right. Andreeva serves. A fault, second serve. As a return goes the net by Kostyuk, 30-15. 30-15. As a serve from Andreeva is a let. Raducanu's playing let later. Yeah, Zverev and Paul have just started. It's 2-1 on serve. All right, forehand up the line from Cirstea is a great shot. Slice Pegula. Goes into the back into Cirstea. Forehand from Cirstea eventually goes long. That's 30-love Pegula. And 40-15 for Andreeva. She hits a lovely backhand up the line. All right. As Andreeva holds, 1-0 final set. And Pegula also 40-love. These matches are going very, very... They're simultaneous. They're matching each other. All right, 1-0, Pegula holds. As we get 15 love, Kostyuk. As Kostyuk serves again. All right, 15 love as that goes out by Andreeva, 30 love. 30 love. Why didn't she play this at Roland Garros semis? Who's that? All right. 30-15. As Pegula hits a lob long, it's 40 love Cirstea in the final set. As the return goes in, 30-15. Backhand, Kostyuk in the net. 30 all. 30 all. As the backhand return goes out from Andreeva, 40-30, clutch serving. 40-30. Kostyuk to keep the lead. As Kostyuk does hold, and she takes the lead again, 2-1. 2-1. All right, 40-30, because they're trying to keep the lead as well. All right. All right, we get the juice. Pegula, she wants that break now. Tiafoe still in it? Yeah, he won last night. I wasn't able to make the other stream. Cam, what's your opinion on the Kyrgios ban? Yeah, we'll probably end up talking about that more and more as the day goes on, so we'll get to that eventually. We talked about it already a bunch, but we'll talk about it more. I'm going to accept that it's going to be an ongoing topic of conversation for the day. But we'll get to it when the streams aren't so hectic. All right. Deuce, as Pegula gets it back. When we have a little, well, maybe when we watch the next match, we'll just kind of have more chill time. We can talk about it again. As that goes out by Cirstea, and it's advantage Pegula. Advantage Pegula. All right, and Pegula does break. Nice return. Pegula takes the break. All right, Pegula takes the break in the final set, 2-1. And Kostyuk is down. He's up love 30. Andreeva is in big trouble. Serve. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Forehand from Andreeva goes wide. Love 40. Now Andreeva's starting to get vocal. She's starting to get loud. She is starting to get upset. Love 40. Serve again. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Forehand from Andreeva. To the forehand of Kostyuk is Andreeva. Up the line to the backhand of Kostyuk. Andreeva forehand again. Kostyuk gets it back. Andreeva. Forehand down the line. That goes in and Kostyuk gets it wide. 15-40. 15-40. As it back in from Andreeva. Comes to the net. Volley is wide. And there's the break for Kostyuk. 3-1 final set. Kostyuk breaks. What a change in this match. Andreeva was looking so good in that first set too. All right, Kostyuk breaks. Final set. Pegula's got the break as well. 2-1 in the final set. As the lob goes up to the volley of Pegula. Forehand from Cirstea. Pegula sliced in the net. And it's love 15. Zverev and Paul are 2-all. Someone tells me that match might go for a couple of days. All right. Love 15. As the return goes into the forehand of Pegula, back into Cirstea, into the forehand of Pegula. As Cirstea hits it in the net. 15-all. All right, 15-all also for Kostyuk. All right. 15-30, Cirstea. Chance to break back. Chance to get a chance to break back. I'm going to serve again. As Kostyuk comes in and misses, and it's 15-30 over there as well. All right, back in rally. Cirstea gets the break points. Pegula hits it long, 15-40. 15-40. As Pegula serves. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Pegula forehand to the slice of Cirstea. Drop shot's good. Pegula gets there and puts it away. 30-40. As Andreeva hits it in the net. 30-all. All right, 30-40. Still break point here for Cirstea. As Kostyuk hits it out, and it's 30-40 for Andreeva. Back in the backhand rally up the line now from Pegula's in the net. There's the break back. All right, 2-all. Back on serve. Strange matches. 2-2. As the return goes back and slice of Kostyuk. Forehand from Andreeva. As Kostyuk goes to back on Andreeva. Kostyuk forehand again. Andreeva cross-court forehand. A slice from Kostyuk goes in. Andreeva forehand again. Into the backhand of Kostyuk now as we get another backhand up the line. Kostyuk just defending. And then Andreeva hits it long. And we get to deuce. Kostyuk survives. We get to deuce. All right. 15 love here as Pegula comes in with a volley. But Cirstea, passing the net, 15-0. All right, ace from Kostyuk, advantage to go to 4-1 final set. And she's a great server. All right, 4-1 Kostyuk. She keeps the break. 4-1. What's going on with the other matches? So Menchik's at 4-0 in the second against Taranti. And Zverev has a break point against Paul. All right. And so a backhand from Pegula. Cirstea with a pass. Volley is good. From Pegula, 15-30. Ugh. That shit better make me feel good. By the way, this is OJ. Right? I don't want anyone to get confused. 15-40. Straight up orange juice. No added extras. Right? So, none of that. Hey, Shubham, thank you for the donation. Yeah, Iga's on a great win streak. All right, 15-40. Pegula to get the break again. As a return, goes out, 30-40, one saved. Still break point for Pegula. Oh, it's Zverev's going to play doubles today too, apparently. There's been a 4-4 rally. Pegula with a volley. Oh, goes long. And Cirstea survives. Deuce. 15 love on Andreeva down a break in this final set. Nice serving Cirstea. Advantage. As the backhand goes in to the front of Pegula. Cirstea backhand to the back of Pegula. Into the back of Cirstea. Pegula hits the baseline and it goes in the net on Cirstea's forehand. All right. We get to deuce. As Cirstea says it wide, a fault. Second serve. Second serve. All right. As the backhand winner by Cirstea. Advantage Cirstea. 30-15 here for Andreeva as that goes in the net by Kostyuk. 40-15. All right, as Andreeva comes to the net, but Kostyuk's lob goes long, and it's advantage. It's 4-2. 4-2 Kostyuk, final set. And Cirstea holds 3-2, final set. Cirstea, she leads. All right. Kostyuk 4-2 final set with a break. Serves a fault, second serve. As Andreeva hits an error, 15 love. As it a lovely backhand winner by Andreeva up the line, 15-all. Yeah, let's can we not ask the obvious question and the silly, it's a silly question at this point about handshakes. So it's 4 years. It's been nearly 5 years. We don't need to ask. It's just accept. Just accept. 30-15. How about this? I'll tell you when they shake hands. 30-15. As it a 4 now from Andreeva. Kostruk passing shot winner. 40-15. All right. As Kostruk. Oh, she misses the volley. 40-30. Durante took the second? Wow. All right, they go on 3. All right, 40-30. Kostruk to go to 3. So 3 love. To go to 5-2 in the third. All right, 40-30. 7 in the back end of Andreeva. Return goes out. 5-2. Kostruk, final set. It's only one break, but it's a long way back. All right. Andreeva's going to serve to stay in the match. Pegula levels 3 all in the third. And we've been lucky today, Joe. We've watched 4 matches. 3 of them have gone the distance. Pardon me. Also, Zverev's up a break 4-2 against Paul. In fact, there's been a lot of... Swiatek's the only one who's had an easy match so far. So, yeah. All right, 15 love. She's the only one who's gotten through without a scratch, but everybody else is in a battle. All right, 30 love. Cirstea. How's the weather forecast? There might be some rain, but hopefully not. But we don't. Maybe, but hopefully not. All right, 30-15 Cirstea. She tries to stay in front. And then we've got Noskova taking on Anisimova straight after this. And yeah, then we're sort of open for suggestions because there are a lot of matches still going on at the same time that are really good. But tonight's matches, I don't know. Tonight's matches, I don't know. I don't know what we watch later. Maybe we watch Sabalenka. I don't know. All right, 30-all. And Andreeva serving to stay in the match at 15 love. All right. As at the back end out of the forehand of Kostyuk. Forehand from Andreeva. Kostyuk again to the forehand of Andreeva. Kostyuk forehand again. Goes out. 30 love. 40-30. Cirstea to take the lead again. Serving to the forehand of Pegula. Forehand from Cirstea. Again to the forehand of Pegula. Cirstea forehand. Again to the forehand of Pegula. Cirstea keeps it going to the forehand of Pegula. Now Pegula tries to change direction and misses it. Bounces the racket. Cirstea 4-3. 4-3. 4-3. It's hard watching two matches. 4-3. 4-3. Cirstea in the third. On serve. As Andreeva backhand, the back of Kostyuk. Kostyuk in the net. 40 love. Serve again. And the return goes out from Andreeva, 40-15. All right. As Kostyuk gets a forehand winner. All right. 40-30. 40-30. All right. 40-30. There's been a fault from Andreeva. Second serve. As we have double fault from Andreeva. Oh, no. From 40 love to deuce. Kostyuk 2 points away. Sent you news. Oh, what is it? I don't want to check. All right. Return goes in the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand of Kostyuk. Is a winner. Match point Kostyuk to just obliterate Andreeva in these second two sets. I mean, that'd be crazy. It looks so competitive in the first set. It's happy news. All right, I'll check later. Advantage Kostyuk. Serve. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Return goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Kostyuk forehand to the backhand of Andreeva. Into the slice of Kostyuk. Andreeva. Backhand again. Goes long, and there it is. Kostyuk gets the win. What a weird match. First set was competitive, and then all of a sudden Kostyuk just runs away. And she's into the quarters. That was I don't know what happened to the Andreeva who won the first. But great fight for Kostyuk, and she is into the quarterfinals, and she will take on the winner of Gauff Buzkova. GG's. Good win. Very solid win. I don't know. I don't know what happened after the first set for Andreeva. It was a completely different match. All right. Kostyuk throwing things to the crowd. Who wants a towel? I don't. I don't want. You keep your towel to yourself. Don't throw that sweaty towel at me. I don't want that. Get that out of here. It's gross. You keep the towel. Give me a tennis racket. Give me an autograph. I'll take a tennis ball autograph. How about that? You keep the sweaty, disgusting towel, and I'll take the match or the signed tennis ball. That's all. That's what I want. I don't know who wants sweaty towels, chat. What do you do with them anyway? Do you put them in the house? Well, what do you do with a sweaty tennis towel? I don't even know. What do you do? It's gross. What do you do with it, chat? You put it on your wall? Do you frame it? Do you wash it? I don't know. What do you do with it? It's gross. Terrible souvenir. All right. 4-all final set. All right. Forehand goes into the forehand of Pegula. Lob goes up from Cirstea, but goes long. Love 30. Pegula wants that break to get this done. We got Anisimova versus Noskova coming up next. And then we've got options. As with a 4-4 rally. That goes in the net by Cirstea. Love 40. Pegula. So Zverev's up 5-3 in the first set of his match. But yeah, that was disappointing for Andreeva. I mean, Kostyuk is a great fight. That's an awesome fight for her. But yeah, Andreeva, that was bad as Pegula breaks. A poor performance from Andreeva after a very solid first set. But just couldn't. It wasn't even competitive in the third set. I mean, it was all Kostyuk after that. All right. Pegula is going to serve for the match. All right. All right. eBay is the answer. Oh, so people want them because of money. Okay. That I could see that. Okay. So people that want them, it's not for them, it's so they can sell them online. Okay. Yeah, I still don't think that's cool, but I don't like that's kind of still I don't want that towel. I want a tennis ball, but okay, that makes more sense why people would be like, throw me a towel. Throw me a towel. Who's buying that shit though? Who's buying a sweaty tennis towel? And how do you even know? Like, how do you prove that it was from the tennis, you know? You just buy a towel and go to the gym and say, yeah, somebody else did that. Yeah, how do you authenticate that shit? That's a DNA test? What the hell? Anyways, 5-4, each their own. I'll collect tennis balls and you collect towels, whatever. Yeah. You keep the sweaty towels, I'll keep the signatures. As we get a fault from Pegula. Here we go. She's over the match. We're all buying Marta's towel. I think you're speaking for yourself. Somebody write that guy's name down. Just for future reference. Just write the name down. Just write the name down. Yeah. He's in the chat. He's in the chat again. Keep an eye on that guy. Love 15. Was it a backhand goes wide by Pegula? Love 30. I'd buy it too. Yep, there's two of them. Yeah, yep. There's my phone. Yeah, they're both here. They're both here. Yeah, they want sweaty towels. Kostyuk sweaty towel. Yeah, both of them. Yeah, yep. They're both in the... Yeah, okay. We'll keep an eye on them. Pegula backhand. Goes in the back of the Cirstea. Lob goes up. And... Oh! Pegula misses the smash! Love 40. Love 40. To get back on serve. Love 40. There's a backhand rally. Cirstea. Again to the back of Pegula. Cirstea backhand. To the back of Pegula. There's Cirstea slice in the net. One save. 15-40. Now, like I said, we've got Noskova taking on Anisimova next. Zverev serving for the first against Paul. Taranti breaks Menchik in the third. Pardon me, so that's happening. Yeah. As Pegula forehand to the back of Cirstea. Backhand Pegula. Again to the back of Cirstea into the forehand of Pegula. Cirstea on the stretch. Gets it back. Pegula comes to the net and hits it long. All right. Pegula gets broken. And we're back on serve at 5-all in the third. All right, let's merge these streams to make it easier for me. But, sorry we got to it late, but we got to it eventually, and that's all that really matters. If you want to keep watching Pegula versus Cirstea, jump over. Jump on over. But, nice win. Nice fight back from, nice fighting win for Kostyuk. Come back from a set down, and she is into the quarterfinals. She'll play either Gauff or Buzkova, who are coming up later. Jump on over. All right. Pegula is in... this has been such a weird... Pegula should have won this match ages ago. She's playing all these unnecessary games. Credit to Cirstea, though. She's fighting hard, but... Zverev's got set points, by the way. All right. Love 15. As Cirstea, love 30. Another error. Love 30. Love 30. As a forehand line of the backhand of Pegula. Backhand from Cirstea to the forehand of Pegula. And the forehand of Cirstea. Cirstea in the net. Love 40. All right. Love 40. Yep, don't put scores in the chat. The scoreboard will do the work. Don't worry. Sit back and relax. As the return goes to the net by Pegula. 15-40. 15-40. Zverev on the first. Cool. So microphone doesn't work, apparently. No. One in the chat if you can hear me. Because I feel like there's some people in the chat that don't hear me. All right, 30-40. Good serve, Cirstea. 30-40. All right, 30-40. As the serve goes into the back of Pegula. Pegula in the net. And we get the deuce. Ah, cool. We're here. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Just checking. Just checking. Serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. And then to the forehand of Pegula. Backhand from Cirstea into the forehand of Pegula. As Cirstea forehand again to the forehand of Pegula. Cirstea. Forehand in the net. Advantage. Pegula to take the break again and serve for the match again. Barbara. Okay. Thank you, Barbara, for the 10. Dare, thank you for the 5.
The 9-match winning streak Iga is on is her longest.
All right, thank you, Shubham. As we had a slice into the back of Cirstea. Forehand now from Pegula is a lob. And Cirstea. Forehand goes long, and Pegula breaks. That was terrible timing for me. I should have played them. All right, 6-5. Thank you, Shubham. You're right. The 9-match win streak's crazy. And thank you, Mark, for the $10 as well. Appreciate that. All right. Break again. 6-5. Pegula's going to serve for this match again. Demon Feast is happening later. Gauff, Buzkova, Raducanu, Schneider, they're all happening. We might join. We've got a Nisimova versus Noskova next. 1 second, Jeff. All right. Pegula serving the match again. As that goes out by Pegula, and it's love 15. Now, let me get this Noskova match sorted. Where are we at? All right, first serve the fault by Pegula, second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Cirstea. Pegula forehand. Into the forehand of Cirstea. It's Pegula. Hits it long. Love 30. Love 30. Now, love 30. Love 30. As we get a fault second serve. All right, as we get a forehand from Pegula into the forehand of Cirstea. Pegula. Again to the forehand of Cirstea, into the forehand of Pegula. Cirstea forehand on the stretch, can't get it. Pegula too good. 15-30. 15-30. All right, serve again. Is a fault by Pegula. Second serve. Tarante's got a double break in the third against Menchik now. All right, 15-30. And there's some over and Noskova hitting up. No one's on that court, which is so disappointing. 400 rally. As we got a 400 from Pegula down the middle. Backhand from Cirstea is very nice. And Pegula somehow gets it back. Pegula just defending. Backhand from Cirstea. As Pegula backing up the line. Cirstea falling on the stretch. Pegula gets it back. Cirstea backhand. The slice of Pegula. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Drop shot is in the net though. Great defense, Pegula. 30-0. 30-0. Pegula 2 points away from finishing this match. Pegula serves again. Fault. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Cirstea. Return the forehand of Pegula. Cirstea. Forehand again. The forehand of Pegula. Cirstea forehand again. Into the forehand of Pegula. Cirstea on the attack. Hits it wide. And Pegula's got match point. 40-30 Pegula. To get into the quarterfinals in a match that should have ended an hour ago. 40-30. Pegula serves. Down the tee, the forehand of Cirstea. Return the back to Pegula. Cirstea passing shot. Pegula volleys. Cirstea backhand pass, but Pegula with a smash. Cirstea gets it back. And hits a winner. Oh, no. Pegula, no, she just didn't do enough with those shots at the net. She just was too safe. Especially the smash. She just pushed that away. She didn't put that away. All right, deuce. It was a tough shot, to be fair, but she just didn't do enough with it. Just hit it way too middle. She knows. She's like, I could have won this match. I should have won this match. All right. Pegula. Match point has been saved. With a serve now, the front of Cirstea. Return the front of Pegula. But Cirstea hit the baseline. No, sorry, she hit it long. Just. Advantage Pegula. Match point number 2. To get it done. Serve. It's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Cirstea. Backhand of Pegula. Again to the backhand of Cirstea as Pegula backhand up the line. Cirstea gets the back of the forehand. Pegula again to the forehand of Cirstea. As Pegula forehand again. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Pegula misses it up the line. Now we're back to deuce. Back to deuce. Two match points have been saved. Serving to the back of Cirstea. Pegula comes in and puts it down the middle. That's so smart. Very smart. And it's advantage Pegula. All right, what's going on? We've got Noskova versus Anisimova just about to kick off. Pegula's got match point again to finish this one. And, yeah, Noskova versus Anisimova. Crazy match that's on an outside court that nobody's watching. Which is really sad. Because it deserves to be center court, to be honest. Maybe after Pegula, everyone would go over and watch it. All right, match point again. Serving to the backhand of Cirstea. Return goes in. Pegula backhand up the line is wide. And we get to deuce. All right. Back to deuce. Also 30 love already for Anisimova. Hang on, do we have the scores? Whoops, my bad. All right. As Pegula is now facing a break point. Cirstea to take us to a breaker in this final set. I'm sure I go change the scoreboard. My bad. There we go. All right. Break point. Backhand return. Into the back of Pegula. Backhand from Cirstea. To the backhand of Pegula. It's Cirstea. Backhand again. To the backhand of Pegula. It's Cirstea. Keeps going to the backhand of Pegula. Now Cirstea gets a forehand. Pegula goes cross court for a winner. Nice hitting from Jess Pegula. And we get back to deuce. All right, first game goes to Anisimova. 1 love. All right, back to deuce. As the return goes to the back of Pegula. Four now from Cirstea to the front of Pegula is Cirstea. Again to the front of Pegula. Into the front of Cirstea is Pegula. Cross court. Cirstea gets it up the line, but missed it wide. Fourth match point for Pegula to get it done. Advantage Pegula to get to the quarterfinals. God, this match has been strange. It's a bit strange. Like, Cirstea fought well, but Pegula has played an extra set for no reason. There it goes, wide on the return from Cirstea. And Pegula gets the win. Just. She's got relief written all over her face. And they hug it out at the net. Cirstea's final, Cincinnati as well. But Pegula survives. Like, I don't know how, because she was kicking ass until she wasn't. She was winning easily, and then she wasn't. All right, Pegula gets it done. Eventually, she gets it done. GG's. Yeah, good fight from Cirstea, but Pegula was in control. She was up a set and a break. Like, she was dominating. Even the second, she was almost up 5-2. I mean, it looked like it was just super, super easy. And then it all started to go wrong. And Pegula had to end up fighting for it. Even in the end there, she served for it twice, right? She broke, she served, she broken. Right? She served, she broke it. This is the whole thing. I think Cirstea will be back next year. Nope, she won't. All right. As we get to 15:30 here, and Anisimova hits it out, 30-all. Also got Zverev and Paul, Menchik and Taranti. All happening at the moment. Feast and Demonor's coming on soon. Like I said, I'm open for suggestions. Like Gauff, Raducanu are coming up soon, so we could watch them at some point. So yeah, feel free to make some suggestions. We'll break the rule of don't tell me what to do, but I'm open to suggestions. All right, 40-30 Noskova. All right. Noskova holds 1-1. 1-1. Cirstea has been playing great lately. Yeah, she's had a great final season, but she hasn't said. She said before, like, I'm not going to reconsider. So, you got to take her at her word. Also, I don't think she should reconsider. She's 35, right? Like play next year and what? Get injured and then have to retire injured or something? Like what? Like play, finish on a high. Like finish on a high. Nobody gets to do that. Finish on your terms, right? I don't see there's any reason for her to, for her to push another year. Which what? She's not going to get. Like, is she going to get better next year? Like realistically, no. She's probably not going to get better than this. So why not finish now when you have that? And I think she knows that. Right? She knows that. It's just the fans or the tennis community that want her to keep playing, which is fine, right? I mean, yeah, why would you quit when you were ahead? But why wouldn't you? It's much more memorable for all of us. We'll all remember Cirstea's final year the way it's been if she retires. If she doesn't retire this year and she retires next year and she loses and gets injured, and we're not going to remember that. And we're going to be, oh, that's a shame. She should. And then all the people that are saying she should play on are going to come around and say she should retire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same people with Collins, right? Everybody was saying Collins should have played on, and then she did. And then she started losing. Like, oh, wait, actually, nah, she should have retired. I changed my mind. So, like, yeah, like, the people that wanted to play on are either her fans, which I totally understand, or it's people that just want her to play on, and then if she retires, they'll say, oh, actually, no, she should have retired. They'll change their mind. Flip-floppers. Anyways, 2-1. I think she should retire, finish on top, and go out with an absolute bang. All right, 2-1 Anisimova. Go out on a high. No one gets to do that. How lucky are you to be able to play your best season in your final year? You know? No, Collins is not retired. She's just she had like medical procedures or something lately, so she's not retired. She's still active. Oh my god, active. Pardon me. All right, 2-1. So what is going on? I can't believe this match has got no one watching, right? But also that this match is on court 4. It is I wouldn't say it's a disgrace. That's a little extreme. But it's definitely disappointing. Like, this deserves to have the limelight. You've got the Wimbledon champion taking on the US Open finalist of last year. I mean, this is a little bit of a shame that these two ladies don't get to play in front of the big crowd, right? I mean, they have to go play, and it's a small court, but also no one's there. Like, court 4, people are not showing up to, so that's a shame. It's a real shame. But we're here, and we'll watch it. I mean, I wouldn't even say we've got more people in the chat than they do in the stadium, which is sad, but also the internet. Yeah, there's a lot more people on the internet than in Cincinnati right now. 2-1 Anisimova. Zverev and Paul are playing at the moment as well. All right, 2-1. Anisimova leads. Noskova's going to serve. Noskova's going to serve. She serves in the backhand of Anisimova. Noskova backhand. And Anisimova backhand goes wide. 15-love. Too many good matches today on the WTA. I feel bad that they got booted out on the outside courts. Speaks how good the women's game is. Exactly. That is true. It is one of those days where there's just so many good matches on the ladies' side for sure. Men's side's got some good ones as well. I mean, Hoda Kaboli was great. It lived up to the hype. Feason Demon is interesting. Paul and Zverev is interesting, right? Lots of interesting matches. Just realized that Eala lost to someone with the last name Over. True. That is true. She also beat Bartunkova, so people got to remember. All right. That goes out by Anisimova. Sorry, by Kostra. Noskova. So many names to remember, chat. All right, but if you want to keep watching, jump on over. We're going to merge the streams just to make it easy for everyone. And if you want to talk about Kyrgios, we can. Because now we have less to watch, so we can be fine. But good win by Pegula. She gets it done. It wasn't easy at all. But she gets it done in 3, 7-5 in the third. And she's going to take on the winner of this match between Anisimova and Noskova, I think. Let me double check. Hang on. That could be wrong. Nope, that's right. She'll play the winner of this match. So come on over if you want to see who Pegula plays.